Now to the latest on the crisis in Syria. President Obama is in Russia today. He's meeting with world leaders at the G20 Economic Summit. Things could be a bit uncomfortable for the president as he has been unable to persuade other nations to pledge support for military intervention. Both Britain and Germany have already rejected calls for military force. President Obama says it is necessary for the world to respond to the regime's use of chemical weapons. He's having a tough time selling that at home as well. While a use of force proposal passed a key Senate committee yesterday, the vote was only 10-7. Wisconsin Senator Ron Johnson among those voting no.
Is there any thought being given to what happens after they do this tailored, calibrated, fine-tuned military strike designed to thread a needle to accomplish what? Now that we've already signaled our intentions, Assad has been able to disperse his assets. I mean, there are so many unanswered questions.
Senator Johnson was a guest on Midday with Charlie Sykes this morning on News Radio 620 WTMJ. NBC's Jim Maceda has the latest on the situation on the ground. He is in Turkey.
As U.S.-led airstrikes on Syria become more likely, military experts are saying that we should expect these strikes to be short in length, a day or two, perhaps three. Dozens of sea-to-shore cruise missiles will likely strike command and control headquarters. Those are mostly air bases for Assad's chemical weapons arsenal, and the air defense systems as well around those bases. But probably not the chemical weapons themselves, as that, they say, would be very difficult to control. Now, Assad has had some time to adjust. There are reports, for instance, that he's already hiding heavy weapons like artillery, even soldiers in residential areas, including schools and houses. But U.S. commanders insist that these strikes will seriously disrupt Assad's chemical weapons. But they are meant only to weaken Assad militarily, not to kill him, not to topple him, because with thousands of foreign fighters and al-Qaeda-linked jihadis inside Syria to fill the vacuum, the outcome could be even worse. So there is a political strategy, if you will, behind the military intervention, and that is striking at Assad's chemical weapons systems should, to some extent, slow down his forces' recent momentum on the battlefield and hopefully get both sides to return to the negotiating table. But nothing is predictable on a battlefield, and even today, Iran's Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei warned the United States that it would, quote, suffer losses if it intervenes in Syria. I'm Jim Maceda, NBC News, reporting near the Syrian border. Now back to you.
Jim, thank you. And Cardinal Timothy Dolan, we were talking about him just a while ago. He is also president of the U.S. Conference of Catholic Bishops. He sent letters to both the president and members of Congress urging a political solution to the crisis. It leads us to our sound-off question. We'd like to hear from you on this. Should Congress authorize the bombing of Syria? Sound off by calling 414-967-5304. You can visit us on Facebook at Today's TMJ4. More local news now. A 16